Bienvenidos al canal DIY Honda Garage. Today we're addressing the diagnostic trouble code DTC P0456, which indicates an EVAP system very small leak detected for Honda CRV models from 2011 to 2016. The Evaporative Emissions Control System, or EVAP system, plays a crucial role in preventing fuel vapors from escaping into the atmosphere. It captures and stores fuel vapors in a charcoal canister to be purged into the engine for combustion. A very small leak detected by the system indicates a potential issue in various components that may affect the vehicle's emissions performance. This may involve parts such as the fuel fill cap, vapor pipes, or other related components. In diagnosing this code, it is vital to use the correct tools and follow a systematic approach to pinpointing the failure accurately, without causing damage to sensitive EVAP components. The DTC P0456 relates specifically to the EVAP system, which is responsible for trapping fuel vapors from the fuel tank and making sure that they do not escape into the atmosphere. Key components include the fuel fill cap, which ensures that the fuel system is sealed properly. Located on the fuel filler neck, the cap's failure to create a good seal can directly lead to leaks. The fuel vapor return line, or vapor recirculation tube, aids in returning vapors to the combustion process. The EVAP canister is another crucial component that holds fuel vapors until they can be purged into the engine. Furthermore, sensors within the system monitor the pressure levels, allowing the Engine Control Module, ECM, to detect small leaks. Accurate diagnosis depends on checking these components and verifying their integrity, as any shortcomings can trigger DTC P0456. There are several possible causes that can trigger DTC P0456. Firstly, having a loose or faulty fuel cap could easily allow vapors to escape, resulting in a small leak. The fuel fill pipe, if damaged or misaligned, can also contribute to the issue. It is essential to ensure that the fuel fill cap clicks securely into place, as recommended in the vehicle's specifications. Additionally, any damage to the vapor lines, which transport fuel vapors to the EVAP canister, should be checked thoroughly. A failure in the EVAP canister itself or its associated components can further complicate the diagnosis. Finally, sensor issues, particularly with the fuel tank pressure (FTP) sensor, could misreport pressure readings, contributing to the detection of a seemingly small leak when none exists. Careful examination of all related parts ensures an accurate diagnosis. When DTC P0456 is present, one of the most noticeable symptoms is the illumination of the check engine light on the dashboard. This warning prompts the driver to investigate potential underlying issues. Furthermore, the efficiency of the vehicle's fuel consumption may decrease due to potential leaks in the EVAP system, leading to poor fuel economy. Drivers may also notice diminished engine performance, as the engine management system attempts to adjust for incorrect readings from the pressure sensors. Increased emissions can be a consequential symptom, as small vapor leaks allow hydrocarbons to escape. In some cases, the engine may exhibit rough idling, which can be linked to other misfires or performance-related faults connected to the EVAP system. These symptoms underscore the need for immediate investigation to maintain efficient vehicle operation. The first troubleshooting step involves verifying the installation of the fuel fill cap. It is crucial to ensure the cap is properly tightened. Specifically, it should turn approximately a quarter turn after reaching tightness and emit a click sound upon securing. This sound signifies that the cap is on securely, which is vital in maintaining the seal necessary to prevent fuel vapors from escaping. If the cap is not installed correctly, or if it's found to be damaged, it must either be tightened or replaced as necessary. Careful attention to this step alone can often resolve the P0456 issue, making it a critical preliminary check in the troubleshooting process. Proper identification of the correct fuel cap is equally important, as using an incorrect one may not create an adequate seal either. The second step requires a thorough inspection of the fuel fill cap seal along with its matching surface on the fuel fill pipe. It is essential to ensure that the seal is neither damaged nor missing, as this could easily lead to pressure inaccuracies in the EVAP system. Additionally, the surface of the fuel fill pipe should be checked for any signs of damage or deterioration that would prevent a proper seal from forming when the cap is installed. Furthermore, it's crucial to ensure that the tether cord is not caught under the cap during installation, as this can obstruct proper sealing functionality. This comprehensive check ensures all parts are intact, preventing any unnoticed leaks that could result in DTC P0456 being triggered. If any issues are found with the components in this step, replacement or repair should be enacted promptly. Step 3 involves verifying the problem through an operational check of the EVAP system components. Start by turning the ignition switch to the on position, engaging the vehicle's electronic systems. After this activation, the next step is to clear the DTC using the Honda Diagnostic System, HDS, which resets any existing error codes. This action allows for a fresh start to assess current conditions without previous errors affecting the testing. Following the code clearance, selecting the EVAP test option within the inspection menu on the HDS enables the technician to perform a function test on the system. This checks the operational status of various components within the EVAP system. If the results indicate that the system is functioning correctly, there may have been an intermittent failure that requires investigating potential wiring or connection issues elsewhere. However, if any faults persist, you must proceed to the next troubleshooting step. During the fourth step, it's essential to conduct a visual check of the fuel tank vapor recirculation tube. Begin by turning the ignition to the lock position to ensure safety during inspection. Carefully examine the tube for any signs of a poor connection, such as looseness or misalignment that could contribute to leaks. It's also crucial to investigate the tube for any physical damage, such as cracks or punctures, which can also lead to vapor escape and trigger the DTC. If the vapor recirculation tube appears intact and free from defects, attention should shift to the next step in the troubleshooting process. However, should any issues be found, the tube may need to be replaced to prevent further leaks and restore the integrity of the EVAP system. Step 5 requires a methodical approach to identify possible failure areas within the EVAP system components. Begin by disconnecting the fuel tank vapor control valve hose and the fresh air hose from the EVAP canister, ensuring these connections are done cleanly to avoid introducing additional contaminants. Once disconnected, plug the respective ports on the canister to prevent further vapor escape during testing. Following this, you will disconnect the vacuum hose from the EVAP canister purge valve located in the engine compartment. This is where the vacuum pump/gauge will be connected to the purge control solenoid valve according to the diagnostic standards. After setting up, turn the ignition switch to the on position and select the EVAP test from inspection menu to verify system integrity. It is critical to apply a vacuum carefully, monitoring the readings on the fuel tank pressure sensor and ensuring it does not exceed recommended levels to avoid sensor damage. In the sixth step, you will begin by reconnecting the vacuum hose to the EVAP canister purge valve after completing the previous vacuum test. It's important to ensure everything is correctly connected before moving forward. After reconnection, you will disconnect the opposite side of the vacuum hose on the EVAP canister side from the purge valve again. Here, you'll attach the vacuum pump gauge once more to the purge control solenoid valve, ensuring a proper seal. The ignition should then be turned on while selecting the EVAP test within the inspection menu to assist with the operation. Again, apply vacuum carefully to the hose, watching for the FTP sensor readings that should indicate a voltage level, as stated in prior diagnostic instructions. Any increase in voltage beyond the threshold will confirm a leak, leading to further troubleshooting complexity. Otherwise, the EVAP canister purge line can be considered functional. Step 7 requires a thorough visual examination of the EVAP canister purge line, which connects the EVAP canister with the purge valve. Examine the line carefully for any signs of damage that may cause leaks, paying particular attention to joints and connections where wear may occur. It's equally critical to inspect the canister itself for integrity, checking for any cracks or deformities that would allow vapors to escape. Should these parts show faults or leaks, they should be replaced immediately to ensure the continued operation of the EVAP system. If the purge line and canister are found to be in excellent condition, it may warrant further investigation into other components affecting the system. Careful evaluation ensures the repair process is efficient and effective in addressing the DTC P0456 warning. In the 8th step, reconnect the fresh air hose back to the EVAP canister while also ensuring that the vacuum hose leading to the purge valve is secure. Following this, you'll again disconnect the vacuum hose from the EVAP canister side and attach the vacuum pump gauge to the purge control solenoid valve. Next, switch the ignition to on and select the EVAP test within the inspection menu to begin operating the EVAP canister vent shut valve. After attaching the vacuum and applying it, observe the readings of the FTP sensor once more. Monitoring the voltage for significant increases will help determine the operational integrity of the vent shut valve. Should the valve fail to perform correctly, it signals the necessity for replacement. Otherwise, you may proceed further towards the final checks and evaluations. The final troubleshooting step entails a careful inspection of both the fuel fill pipe and the fuel vapor return pipe. The intent is to check for any indications of looseness in fittings or physical damage that could contribute to vapor loss in the system. Any leaks in these areas can trigger the DTC P0456, so thorough assessment is critical. If these components appear to function properly, the next area of focus should be the fuel tank unit base gasket and the overall condition of the fuel tank itself. Ensure everything is adequately secured and free from defects before proceeding to the final repair verification steps. Any repairs made in this inspection should restore the system to a functional state, allowing for controlled fuel vapor management necessary for emissions compliance. Final repair verification is crucial for confirming that all repairs have been executed correctly and the P0456 DTC has been resolved. Start by carefully reinstalling all components in the reverse order of removal to ensure nothing is overlooked. After all parts are secured, turn the ignition key to the on position to energize the vehicle's electronic systems. The next step is to reset the powertrain control module, PCM, with the HDS, which clears any last existing errors from the system's memory. Following this, conduct the PCM idle learn procedure to adjust system parameters accordingly. To conclude, execute one last EVAP function test using the HDS to validate that the system is functioning as intended. A successful test verification will confirm that the troubleshooting steps have adequately resolved the DTC P0456 issue. To prevent future occurrences of DTC P0456, It is crucial to engage in routine preventive maintenance, specifically pertaining to the EVAP system. Regular inspections of the fuel cap should not be overlooked, as ensuring it fits correctly can prevent vapor loss. Additionally, it is essential to periodically check all associated hoses for any signs of wear, damage, or disconnection, as these can significantly affect performance and may lead to leaks. Keeping components in optimal condition can extend the life of the EVAP system and maintain vehicle emission standards. If any components show signs of deterioration, proactive replacement can save time and resources in the long run by preventing future diagnostic trouble codes from appearing. By fostering a maintenance culture around the EVAP system, vehicle owners can safely navigate emissions compliance. In conclusion, DTC P0456 signifies a detected, very small leak within the EVAP system of Honda CRV models from 2011 to 2016. The initial assessments should always focus on the simplest components, like the fuel fill cap, before moving on to more complex areas. By following the detailed troubleshooting steps closely, mechanics can effectively identify and rectify any underlying issues, thus ensuring a seamless diagnosis and repair process. The comprehensive approach outlined ensures that no area is overlooked and allows for a systematic resolution of the problem. Regular preventive maintenance can further aid in sustaining the health of the EVAP system, facilitating compliance with emission standards and ultimately enhancing vehicle performance. By understanding and acting on DTC P0456, vehicle effectiveness and ecological responsibility can be achieved. Dale like y suscríbete al canal. Hasta la próxima.